All right, I'm back. Got some more coffee. Well, kind of. I filled up my little thermos thing here. I don't really like it. This coffee's not that good. I thought it's supposed to be good, but it's just not turning out as good as I like it to be. So I got this bunch of these smaller areas down here, and I'm a little concerned whether I have a thin enough tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate, and then I might have to come back to it later and wait for the paint to dry. So that's what I'm going to do today. Where am I? Actually, I'll do these large shapes right here. And then I'll flip it. Flip it. That's what I'll do. I'm not going to do much more. I got as usual, I always got something else I got to kind of do. Got all these things pulling my attention all the time, and I'm trying to lasso them all together. So I have to, after I finish, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen yet. Let's see in like the next few minutes after I get these shapes done. I'll know what I need to do, but like right now, it's I'm just dealing with what I have to do, and I gotta do a bunch of like just administrative stuff. Like I got a bunch of emails I gotta deal with. Yeah, I got a bunch of that. Like you would be surprised what kind of work an artist has to do outside of painting art. They got a lot of things they got to do, and one of them is like just clacking away on the keyboard. Clacking away, clickety clack, 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 clack. But I'm good with that. I'm fine. And when I get done with today, I would like to start doing more time-lapse videos of me painting. Those are fun, I don't think I'm ever going to do a time-lapse video that shows a painting from beginning to end, although I've been saving this panel right here for that case. I recorded myself painting on it the first time, and then I'm going to do it again when I paint the second layer. And then I'm going to upload them as single units, and then eventually I'm going to combine them all into one video and see what that looks like. So I'm hoping I'm able to achieve that. But I don't get like I don't have a set camera that I can just set up just for that reason. That would be cool. maybe that's something, one of my goals to have is like a camera that will basically, I'll use specifically just to do time lapse. I might have to buy a GoPro or something and do that, because that would be nice to have like a camera behind, like a camera right next to this camera or something over on this side, and it's just recorded me in a time lapse setting, so I won't miss a beat, and it'll just show, like, that way I won't have to do all this other extra work. Who knows? That would be something to do. That is a goal. I think that's a good goal, don't you think? I gotta clean my brush. Mainly just clean it with water. I don't really need to clean it. I just want to make sure that there's no dried paint collecting anywhere. But I think I'm going to write that down. Find a camera, set up said camera, and use it for time lapse. Have a designated camera for time lapse on all of my art. That would be sweet. That would be the bee's knees. That is for sure. Yep, I don't know. That would be a goal. Another goal is to figure out how I can live stream on 2 platforms at the same time without using multiple cameras. I might have to look that up, because I would definitely like to live stream on 2 platforms at the same time, because I'm always about hitting 2 birds with 1 stone, which is why I'm painting live. You know, I'm promoting myself, and I'm showing people what I'm doing, and I'm getting work done at the same time. You cannot. That is like the best of both worlds. You know. That is the best of both worlds, and that's why I'm doing it. Yeah, I do have to talk more than I usually do when I'm painting, but I think that's okay. I think that's okay, and I'll deal with it. I may be slower too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually a little bit slower when I'm painting live. There we go. The thing about, like, when you wash your brush, since it's acrylic, it's water-based, if you don't dry it out or like squeegee out or strain all the water out well enough, I noticed that there's a slight difference in opacity of the paint, because there's a little bit more water dilution inside the brush. And that's what causes the paint to be a little bit more opaque, a little bit more translucent. And so I have to kind of compensate by dipping the brush in the paint bucket and just making sure that the bristles are a little bit overflowing with paint and pigment. So I think what I want to do, if I can ever achieve it, is if I can get 4 hours of painting in a day with about an hour to 2 hours of drawing, That would be fantastic. That would probably be the best, given the time frame, the amount of time that I have available to me. I think that'd be the best that I could do. Now, better, I think the better than that would be about 8 hours total of art making. Yeah, I can do about 8 hours straight, but I don't have straight 8 straight hours to work on it. So there's a lot at play here. But right now, I'm able to get about somewhere along the lines of like an hour and a half to like maybe 3 hours. That's painting and drawing combined. I'd like to double it. And I think that's possible, but I gotta be on point with my scheduling. And my scheduling is what's really faltering right now. I'm sure a lot of people are dealing with this, because of COVID-19. A lot of people are dealing with scheduling problems because they're used to going to their job, sticking to 9 to 5, having some sort of like normalcy in their life, and I'm dealing with it as well. And so like my scheduling is off because I don't have any I have some obligations, 'cause I'm still teaching online, but like outside of those time obligations, I don't have to be anywhere specifically, and because I don't have to be anywhere, I'm not planning my time effectively. Because psychologically, I'm like, well, and there's nothing. I don't need to be anywhere. Why should I even bother? We're just gonna see what happens with the day. If we get some painting in, that'd be great. If we don't, it's okay too. But thankfully, I have some habits in the morning, aka painting, that I'm still able to get work done. So I've ingrained in myself a morning habit, like a very strong morning habit of painting in the morning. Like it's a very strong daily habit of getting some painting done, and that's a good thing. But everything else is not so consistent. I can get up in the morning, yeah, sure, have some coffee, done, to get some painting in, done, and then after that, it's like the wild, wild west. I don't even know what I'm doing after that. I'm like, what do I do? It's like, what am I doing next? I don't even know. So probably I need to get back into that. I really do need to get back in that scheduling habit. It's just so hard. It's really easy to break your habits. It's really easy to do that. Yeah, real easy to break your habits and start new ones. So it's hard to start. It's hard to start really meaningful habits, actually. But like to break old habits, that's really easy to do. Thank goodness I haven't started breaking my painting habit. Thank goodness I haven't started doing that. So that's good. But everything else has been kind of like, meh. If I get it done, I get it done. If I don't, no sweat. No sweat. But that's not good either. And it's just one of those things you got to deal with. It's just really maintaining that schedule. And of course I'm going to stumble. So like this week has been kind of like a big giant stumble. And now I think I'm together enough mentally to kind of start back up. So that's good. So I'm ready to get back on the schedule that I've established with myself. It's just going to take a few moments. It's going to take a minute for that to occur. You know, it's not like it just happens. Not like it just happens. So yeah, because these stripes are so close together, I'm probably only going to do a handful of stripes. Because you don't want to when the stripes are so close together and you tape off an area and it goes on top of a painted area that's still drying, you're not going to be successful. It's going to smear that drying paint. So I'm just going to try to avoid that for now. And that way when I come back tomorrow, I'll be able to finish the paint, the piece. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably going to start doing. I'm going to wait to finish this piece. Now I wanted to get it done today, but you just gotta know. One thing you gotta understand is how your materials work. You know, I always try to tell my students you don't want to rush the materials. Sometimes they're like, you'll get impatient and you'll want to do certain things before the material is ready for you to do it, to use. Sometimes you'll end up taping on top of paint that's still not dry, and because of that, it's sopped up it's made the paint has made the paper that you put the paint on weaker and more brittle, and so it's not bonded to the surface yet. The paper is a pulp, so it's kind of weakened by the saturation of the liquid, the water inside the paint, and it causes the paper to tear. Or trying to put different layers on top of paint or ink, and you're wondering why it's not having the results that you want it. It's because you're rushing the materials. You're going faster than the material actually has time to accommodate for the circumstances that you're applying them to. So you gotta be mindful of your materials. And I'm not gonna rush my materials. I'm not gonna chance it, be like, oh, it's dry enough. It's like when you use a wood glue or something. It says it's dry in an hour, but it's like you need to wait 24 to 48 hours before you start doing like advanced woodworking methods on this wood glued piece, And some people are like, no, I am going to work right now after it's quote unquote dry. I am going to work on this wood piece, this piece of furniture that I made, blah, blah, blah. I am not going to wait for it to be completely dry. No way. Not on my watch. I want my piece done, and I want it now. Done now. Look at that. It's turning out good. Woo! Woo! That's pretty good, huh? Let's see. What is that? Huh. Oh. I see what I did there. Yeah, I see what I did there. I have too many lines and I'm getting confused. Sweet. So look, it looks like I might actually be able to actually finish this. I might have a narrow, like a narrow enough space here to tape off. We'll see. If I can get this panel done today, that'd be even better. Or this layer done on this panel done. I mean this layer done on this panel. Not why did I say done twice? Done, 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 done. There we go. There we go. All righty. Look at that. Okay. I think I actually might get this one done today. Huzzah! Bonus. That's exactly what I wanted. Yep, it is always a good treat. I am excited that I might be able to get this piece done, or not done. I'm not saying done, but like get this layer done, which means I don't have to roll it over to the next day. And not that I didn't mind having to work on it, on the idea of having to work on it tomorrow, but it definitely puts me behind if I had a schedule. But I don't have a schedule, so that doesn't matter. I just have time that I paint and time that I don't paint, and the morning's the time that I paint. And I'm glad that I don't have to come back tomorrow and do this stripe and all the other preceding stripes afterwards. I have to be a little bit more sensitive here because I don't want to get paint past the taped off area because the tape is a little bit more narrow than I'm used to. So I got to go a little bit slower. Quote unquote. And if I go past the lines, I'm not too worried about it. Because this is like the second layer or third layer of like 5, so it's not gonna like make it worse. Oops. Okay. That layer's done. I've been watching a lot of Police Academy. Way too much Police Academy. That's what I've been watching. All I've been doing is watching Police Academy. They're not good. They're not that good. Ugh. I don't even know why I bother with this coffee. It is rough. You know, it is I don't like it. Let's see here. So the tape, from the way the light's situated right now, the tape is creating a cast shadow, and I can't really, having a hard time seeing where the line I drew, because the cast shadow is basically masking the graphite line. So that's what I was dealing with there. I guess I'm going to use this side here again. I don't want to, because I'd like to have a wider tape to work with. So, but it is what it is. I'll deal with it. I'm always dealing with it. Just deal with it, man. Just deal with it, man. All right, I think that'll do right here. And why not? Let's tape off the rest of it if I can. This is going to be difficult. I'm trying to get as much area as I can here. But this darn, I'm losing, I got this little bitty sliver of tape here. Something I don't really like using. I don't like having this very narrow surface area to work with my tape. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's get the other area done. You know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try some different tape here. I got this other tape here it's like 1/2 inch. Because right now this there you go. I'm just dropping the tape everywhere. Right now this tape just keeps getting thinner and thinner, and I'm gonna wait until I work on this area to work with the wider tape here. I'm gonna use this tape. Got to work with the tape you have for more situations. Like this is more situational. Yeah, buddy. So I just got to keep moving along. I think one of my greatest skills is to constantly move, you know. And sometimes I used to be very self-conscious, conscience. Self-conscious? No, conscience is conscious, self-conscious. Gosh, self-conscious, I think, is the word. Because conscience it's on your mind. Conscious is like you're worried about yourself, I think. I don't know. So I used to be very sensitive to that. But not with my appearance, but more so just like my art, you know? I have to go a little bit slower in this area because of the narrow tape that I have applied. Which kind of defeats the point of having tape if it's slowing you down a little bit. But it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Going slower is never really a bad thing. Oh, get in there. Well, a little paint almost dripped off the brush here, huh? That's how we done, yeah. Alright, yeah. Alright. Getting that stripe done. That's how we want to do this. Just Slow and steady. There we go. There we go. Whee! And another one. Pull the tape off. And boom, look at that. That's looking good. Looking good. Uh-oh. I'm getting a little bit too ambitious, like anxious. I'm just like trying to go real fast here. And I'm noticing that I'm getting close to the tape's edge. And I don't want that. I need to slow my roll, slow it down just a bit. Gonna slow it down. That's what I gotta do. Slow it down just a smidge. Slow it down. Yep. Just gotta make sure I get enough good coverage on the area. So I'm taking my time a little bit more than usual, mainly because this tape's like this thin and it's affecting how I normally apply paint. I don't have near as much forgiveness. Almost done for today. Just wrapping up the small corner here. And then I am going to jet out from the studio and get out of here for a bit. Probably come back a little later tonight. Come back later. I rushed it and I had some paint drip. That's what happens when you go too fast. So I got like a little bit of like a spider web effect happening in certain areas that you can't see because it's so minute, but it's like a little bit of like drip just kind of hanging out here. And that's one of the things about acrylic paint that I'm not used to yet is it's so viscous. I'm used to like with oil paint, you can just like grab a glob and it stick on your brush like it's in dirt or like a clod of it's like clay. In order for you to get like oil paint that viscous, like liquid, you really have to try. You gotta dilute it a lot. All right, I am about done here. And looky here, there we go. And there we go. And this panel is done for the day. This layer is done for the day. And I am going to work on some other things for the rest of the day. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. And I really do appreciate you dropping by to see what I'm working on. Have a great Friday. Bye.